Heights Public Library. My name is Brent, and today, well, June is strawberry season, so we're going back to strawberries. We're going to make a fresh strawberry pie today. Come on over, we'll talk about how to do this. So we've got a little bit different kind of style of pie crust today. We're going to start out with something that we're going to pre-bake, and then we're going to chill and fill it with fruit and topping from there. So we're going to start out, we got a cup and a half of all-purpose flour here. To that, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar. Just give that a quick stir. I've got a half cup of canola oil here. Just get all that in there. And 2 tablespoons of just regular straight up milk. So we're going to go ahead and stir these together until we get a mixture, and then we're going to pack it into a pie plate, which is a little different than you would do with a lot of style pie crust. A lot of them you mix up and then roll out and then put in the pie plate. Okay, that seems to have come together nicely. So I'll get that off of the fork. Now we've got a 9-inch pie plate here. Go ahead and put that in there. Might need to scrape out anything that's stuck in the bottom of your dish. And then we're going to spread this out in the bottom here and pack it down just using your hands. Spread it up the sides a little bit, but so there's our pie crust formed into the plate. I've got the oven preheated to 350 degrees. We're going to bake the crust for 20 minutes. So while your crust is baking, you can go ahead and start prepping your berries. Now, strawberries grow low to the ground and usually in sandy soil, so it's a real good idea to give these things a good wash before you use them. Just before you start using them, though, don't wash them and put them back in the fridge in advance. Now we're going to be using fresh berries. I've got about a pound of berries here. These are store-bought, but if you can get them from a local source where you can buy them in quarts, do that. You're going to need about a quart. First thing to do, sort out anything that is a little bruised or maybe a little underripe, because these are the ones you're going to use for the sauce part of it. The really pretty ones are the ones you're going to leave whole or slice. So first thing to do, I got a strawberry capper here, also a tomato corer, works basically the same way. You just come in here and you take the blossom ends out, make sure you get all the green out of there. So if you don't have a strawberry capper, you can use a paring knife and just kind of go in this way here and pull it out the same way, works just as well. So we're going to go ahead and separate out about a cup of those strawberries and just slice them up. And again, these here are going to be probably the least visually perfect of your berries. Now, fresh strawberries are not known for their longevity, so use them as close to when you buy them as you can. If you can buy them the same day you're planning on using them, do it. So we're going to hold off about a cup of those, and they're easiest to measure once they're sliced. So I'm going to take one more. I think I'm going to use that one there. It's still a little bit under. So we're going to take those, and we're going to put them in a small saucepan with 3/4 of a cup of water. We're going to get those on the stove, and we're going to get those heated up. So over about medium heat, we're going to bring these up to a simmer, and then we're going to simmer them for about 3-4 minutes. So it's been about 20 minutes, and our crust is coming out. You want it to be just a hint of brown around the edges. We're going to go ahead and set this somewhere for about half an hour to cool. And then once that's cool, we can load it up with the berries and do the sauce. So in the meantime, our sauce is coming along here, and these berries have been cooking for a few minutes. They're starting to soften nice. So I got a potato masher here, and I'm just going to crush those down nice. And then once those are nicely mashed, I'm going to add in 1 cup of granulated sugar. Stir that in and make sure that all these bits of strawberry are well incorporated and everything's fully softened. And then once all that happens, we can add the cornstarch, and we'll add a little bit of lemon juice just to kind of protect the color. So we've got the sugar in there, and we brought it back up to a little bit of a simmer. You can kind of see some bubbles starting in there. And we went back through with the masher and just made sure that any large chunks were broken up. We got that stirred together well. The sugar is fully melted. And we've got 3 tablespoons of cornstarch here mixed with about 3 tablespoons of water. You might need 4 tablespoons of water just so you got what they call a slurry. And then I'm just kind of stirring this back together here for a moment, because cornstarch, if you leave it sit for a few minutes in a slurry, will start to separate. So I'm going to turn the heat off for a moment, and I'm going to go ahead and stir in this slurry to thicken. You don't want for it to seize instantly, so just turn off the heat for a second, stir it through, make sure you got everything out of there. You're going to see it's going to look kind of cloudy at the moment. Turn the heat back on. So we've been stirring it, and you can see that some of that milkiness has gone away, and it's gotten nice and glossy. And we got nice bubbles coming out of there. It's thickened pretty nicely. So we're going to go ahead and keep this going for just another moment or two. Turn it off, and then we'll go back to fill our pie and chill it after that's done. So our sauce here is thickened. You can see it's bubbling nicely. And we are going to add 1 teaspoon of lemon juice to that, just to kind of help protect the color. We'll stir that in and pull it off the heat. Alright, so if you've got really large berries, you're probably going to need to slice them or quarter them, because if you've got smaller ones, you'll get plenty of coverage. But if you have bigger berries, you still need to be able to cover the bottom of the pie, and they'll be very high but not give you great coverage across. So I'm going to go ahead and slice these and use them to line this pie, and then we'll put the gel on top. So we went ahead and filled the inside of the crust with sliced berries and arranged them so that they look nice. And then we're going to take the sauce while it's still nice and warm. We're going to pour it evenly across the top. And smooth it out. And then we're going to chill the whole thing for at least an hour before serving. So that there is going to seal in the berries and hold them in place. But we're still going to have a nice fresh strawberry flavor, because most of our berries are still basically raw. So, alright, so let's go ahead and serve this. Get yourself a nice sharp bladed knife. Down through in there. Hopefully we get this first piece out of here without making a mess. Sometimes the first piece is a challenge. Ooh, there we go. And of course, little fresh strawberries without a little whipped cream. Fresh strawberry pie. Give it a try.